The main goal of this playthrough is to get to 1 million caps legitimately, without cheats, mods or glitches, with the exception of the companion unlimited carrying weight glitch. And we are going to do all of this in survival mode. This is Barren Wuffet and this is the story. So last episode we ended up with 379,000 caps, 14 settlements, 5,800 purified waters, 550 caps a day from store income, 894 total melon production, corn and potato production were 288 and mute fruit production was 84. Today I'm going to show you how to become a capitalist drug dealer. I'm joking. Or am I? The theme of today's episode is poop. Literally poop. AKA fertilizer. And how you can make tons and tons of caps from it. As you probably know, you can make jet from fertilizer and plastic. And then you can sell the jet. The thing is, you are always limited to the amount of caps that the vendor has. And in such case, you might just sell purified water. Which in our case, after the last episode, where we built a 2,500 water production water farm, it's way easier to get. In order to maximize the amount of caps you get from jet, you have to look for someone that theoretically has an unlimited amount of caps and will buy every single jet that you have. And meet Bobby DeLuca. This resident from Vault 81 will buy every single jet you have for 75 caps each, which is very decent. Additionally, also in Vault 81, there is someone commonly known as the fertilizer woman, which will buy every single fertilizer bag that you have for 25 caps each. It looks like Vault 81 runs on Anyway, in order to get decent amounts of fertilizer, we need, of course, Brahmins. Brahmins will spawn at every single settlement that you have. I think they have a specific chance of spawning every single time a new settler joins your settlement. Each Brahmin will produce 1 fertilizer per in-game day. The amount of fertilizer your settlement produces is capped to a maximum of 3 per day. However, you can have as many Brahmins as you want. By just recruiting new settlers, you are very likely to have at least 1 or 2 Brahmins per settlement. However, this number can be easily increased if you have the Wasteland Workshop DLC installed. With this DLC, you can build Brahmin traps, which will allow you to capture as many Brahmins as you want, and therefore increase the fertilizer production in that settlement. If you don't have the DLC, however, I think you are limited to the spawn rate that I explained earlier. However, there's an NPC called Kelly that will sell you 1 Brahmin for 100 caps, link in the description. Since I have the DLC, I'm gonna focus on my specific strategy, and I apologize if you guys don't have it and I don't have a solution for you. However, in my case, I use the traps to get more Brahmins in my new settlements of today, which are Egret's Tours Marina, Murkwater Construction Site, and Somerville Place. The marina was very straightforward to get, and Murkwater Construction Site was as simple as killing a Mirror Queen, which we were very used to thanks to last episode. Somerville Place, however, was much harder to obtain. In order to complete the quest that would give us Somerville Place, we had to travel to Crop Manor and claim it. However, Crop Manor was full of legendary feral ghouls, which took me a while to handle. Anyway, after 3 or 4 tries, we ended up exterminating every single feral ghoul, and claiming both Crop Manor and Somerville Place. In order to build the Brahmin traps, we need of course razor grain. So we used these 3 new settlements to plant roughly 70 razor grain per settlement. Of course, that with the amount of settlements that we have, we already had accumulated a lot of fertilizer and plastic. And also, fertilizer is a basic material, meaning that it will be available at any settlement that is connected. So once we decide to start producing jet, we could just travel to a settlement that has a chemistry station, and all the plastic and fertilizers that we have across all our connected settlements will be available there. We started producing all the jet that we could, and of course, I produced around 420 jet to sell to Bobby DeLuca. I took all the jet to Bobby, however, this is not as straightforward as I make it seem in the beginning of the video. The only disadvantage of this method is the fact that Bobby only buys 1 jet at a time. Additionally, there's a chance that he will be found dead after some time if we sell him jet. Well, I really hope he doesn't use all the jet at once because I freaking spent more than half an hour selling jet to him. Once completely exhausted from selling jet, I moved on to Fertilizer Woman to sell her the bags of fertilizer that we had lying around. But before, we have to first test her experimental mood fruit. Once done, I tried to sell her our bags of fertilizer, but unfortunately she's bugged and mentions the bags of fertilizer. However, it doesn't allow me to sell them. I took some time to go around and do some quests and constructions at the new settlements and returning to see if she would buy them, but with no luck whatsoever. She continues to be bugged. Therefore, I did the only logical thing possible. I used all the fertilizer from the bags to produce more jets, and then sold every single jet that I produced one at a time to Bobby DeLuca, which apparently is still alive and well. However, he's probably running a drug cartel in Vault 81 by this point. So by the end of this episode, we've accumulated 560,000 caps. We have 17 settlements, 8,000 purified waters. We're producing around 750 caps a day for store income. Our melon production is 894, our corn and potato production 288, our meat fruit production is 84, and our razor grain production is 216. Guys, we passed 50% of the challenge. Not only now we can see that it's possible, now I know that it's just a matter of time. I'm estimating that we'll reaching 1 million caps in the next 2 episodes. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the final stretch of this series. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post additional content twice a week. And thank you so much for watching and for all the support that you guys have been giving me here on YouTube and on Instagram. I hope you have a nice week and I'll see you later.